Lieutenant Loverlady.
How is it going, my fellas? And after 10 years of Brawlhalla just existing, we finally have gotten the Dex rework. A very, very, very anticipated change. And throughout this video, we're going to be playing through 5 different characters with 5 different dexterity levels just to see how the changes feel, you know? For example, we're fighting a Kaya player, which means they don't have a lot of dex either. So we're both just running low dex right now. Although I will never die to a Kaya player. I say as I'm on Teros. Oh! Sorry, Kaya. Damn, that's tragic. But yes, if you haven't been playing Brawlhalla, just out of the loop or whatever, the Dex rework basically makes it so you lose your weapon quicker if you have less Dex, and you will keep it longer if you have more Dex. This makes characters who are like over-glaringly strong, like Teros and Ulgrim, for example, less oppressive, and it makes other characters who are not as strong, in my opinion, like I'd say Lady Vera, for example, or maybe Lin Fei, which might be a stretch, but they are characters who are going to be buffed from this since they can keep their weapons longer. Even though they have low strength, they can easily like attack people without having the fear of losing your weapon or getting completely overpowered. I couldn't tell you what's happening with this Kaya though. I mean, we're kind of... Oh, okay, cool. I mean, that works, I guess. That was just such a fast game. I didn't really even get a good chance to show off a lot of what the dexterity rework really means that game. We both just had low dex. I mean, we're fighting another low dex character, and we're on 4 dex this time. Zargo's a character that's only going to be like slightly affected by it. I chose him just because he has 4 dex, and I felt like playing Zariel, I guess. We already get enough chances to play him with the seasonal events around the year, so... Wow. We might just get shredded by Axe, though. No. Ooh, the read, okay. And that was a clean read. It's kind of like the most generic read on Zariel, but it works. Oh. Ow, I missed the side light. What am I doing? Wait, no, no. I didn't have any more options. All right. We gotta lock in. Oh. Not quite. Oh, there we go. There we go. Gotta be keeping an eye on these weapons. I'm just gonna keep mine for a bit, because I could lose mine very easily. If you're wondering what the damage percentages for this are as well, I'd basically say high dex loses their weapon around like maybe 140 if you're like really high dex. It's around the same amount for 6 dexterity, so if you have 6 dex, you're not gonna feel any changes. And low dex means you will lose your weapon arguably around like 100 to 80 damage. Which is crazy because it means you can get disarmed so quickly sometimes. I'm still armed, thankfully. I don't know how I am. There we go. No, I'm not. But here's the thing. I can so quickly disarm Teros. Like right there, for example, because he has low dex. And... it's just, yeah, see? It's exactly like that. If he kept his weapon there, the entire outcome of that interaction completely changes. And that's what I like about it. I really like the Dex rework for that. Originally, I did not think the Dex rework was going to change very much of anything. The reason for that being because, well, okay, we're going on a long tangent here, but it's the Dex rework video, so I'm allowed to. I do like the changes. I think they're good changes. Okay, ow, Jesus. I think the changes are very good for the game. And I do think they positively affect the game. Ooh, dang. Nope. Not out yet. Okay, where's my dodge? Damn. Had to lock in there for a sec. But as I was saying, I feel like the Dex rework would be more noticeable because it is noticeable to an extent. I don't think it's extremely noticeable, though, because of how strong Unarmed is. Like I've said a million times, I said it last video, and I'm not going to go on too long of a tangent about it, but the way Unarmed works, it makes it so sometimes just being without a weapon feels better than being with a weapon sometimes. And then that doesn't make the Dexterity rework feel very good in certain aspects. Okay, holy crap. We're also fighting blasters. I'm like, I just want to disconnect against this guy, but I'm not going to. Although we both have high dexterity, so it's not going to be extremely easy to be keeping weapons from people. Because everyone's just going to be keeping their weapons for so long. I have 6 dex, so I'm on base dex, basically. Okay. I need to stop just running into the Ada's attacks for no reason. Alright. Motorcycle. Shoot. Oh, it's like every Ada player. Ada's the worst legend to fight in the game by far. She might actually be one of my least favorite legends in the game to fight. She has Spear, which can be annoying. Annoying signatures. She has blasters. But my whole point is, nerf Unarmed, extremely. I'm talking, make sure it doesn't do any damage, in my opinion, because if you keep the combo game on Unarmed, I feel like it's completely fine. It just incentivizes people to get a weapon. Which, I get it. You don't want to change how people play the game, right? Because it's like saying, like, oh, they should add, like, a 6 spam cooldown or something like that, right? Because it wouldn't work. You're removing ways that people can play the game, and that's why I feel like nerfing Unarmed in that way just isn't right. And also, we got murdered. I'm not GGing. I don't like Ada players. It's not even Ada, I just want GG against blasters in general. I think we'll do better this match, even if we're against a Mugi. This is a perfect example of what I want to show, because Lady Vera, I think, is one of the worst legends in the game right now. Almost no one plays her. Very niche weapon combo, but she has high dexterity. She benefits from chakram combos on high dex, actually. And we are fighting a 2-dex Mugi. I'm also on a much better pick as well. I feel like Raptor was not the character to play today. Oh, gotta be careful. Problem is just, I already have some damage, but a Mugi could hit me like a couple times, and then I'll be out of weapon. But yeah, see, look, they already lost their weapon, and I get to take weapons too. If I get a weapon at like 40 damage, maybe, then I get to keep it for the rest of the stock. Like, even this I could keep for the rest of the stock. Okay. Can't do a lot of downstick, unfortunately, because it seems like they just jump a lot, but yeah, we're like super locking in for this match specifically, because I feel like this is a great example of how the Dexterity Rework is kind of working. Showing its spice. Ow. They aren't going to kill me there, though. Oh, they're gone. But I mean, I was showing a pretty good example from that alone, right? I just don't think they like Chakram. I don't like blasters. They don't like Chakram. They just show it in a different way by disconnecting, I guess. But I feel like I'm going to be able to show it even better on the next match as well, because, I mean, like, it's the Dexterity Rework. It's what we've been waiting for so long. And it genuinely does feel nice to have some of these legends who really aren't that good. Like Lady Vera, the only thing she really had going for her was the high defense. A lot of characters, the high dex just feels like a handicap more of the time. I don't know. That's why we have to give feedback on this type of stuff. I still think it's good in certain aspects, but I think they need to do more with it. And I think, again, I sound like a broken record, but this is the last time I'll say it. Nerf Unarmed, and I think the Dexterity Rework becomes 10 times more important. That is exactly how I feel about it. On the bright side, we got Revenge, I guess. This is one that I especially want to try showing, because I am pretty good at Lin Fei. Just got to level 50, actually, which is very nice. Although the map we're on the other hand... Good map, though. It's 9 decks versus 7 decks. They are running down on Cassidy's decks, actually, which is kind of crazy. You could run 9 decks and it'd probably be fine. Oh, I got the hit. Oh! 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 Oh god, blasters again. Kill me. No. Oh. Although they're not playing it in quite the way I expected them to. Oh god. Darren falling stair, that's all it is. But yeah, they've kept their blasters for a while. And now they're gone. Cool. But if I pick up guitars here, for example, I am going to keep it for the rest of the stock, at least. Ooh. Oh, I better not be a insect spammer. Spammer in general? Oh my god, dude. I'm going crazy with the combos. Ah, no, no, no. Ah. The low defense. And the emote's crazy? I don't know why they're emoting when they're losing, unless they're just being nice, but... Wow, there we go. We gotta remember, Cassidy has low defense, too. High strength, I think. High strength, high dex. Low speed, actually. Oh! Now that's what I get for dodging like that against blasters. There's got to be like a secret spot to dodging on blasters. Like the spot that they can't, like come back from, you know? Or like try to combo off of. Oh. Just keep our weapon though. She's still keeping hers. Fight. Okay, wow. We played much better on that one. I don't know what in the world they were doing, but I'll take it. That's honestly just a Dex rework for you. I feel like it's a good rework. I still hope they expand on it more because these are the types of changes the game needs. We need more drastic changes like this, and that's what we have experimental for, and I really hope they keep utilizing experimental for these types of changes, and especially with signature reworks and stuff like that that they've said they're going to do for this year. So I'm really excited to see that stuff. I hope you guys like the Dexterity rework as well. If you do, or you don't, leave a comment, like the video, let me know what your thoughts are on it, because I always like seeing what your thoughts are on it. Thank you so much for watching this video, and until the next one, y'all make sure to keep on brawling.